Humorous quotes about race by Gregory. You know, I always say white is not a color. White is an attitude. And if you haven't got trillions of dollars in the bank that you don't need, you can't be white. I never believed in Santa Claus because I knew no white dude would come into my neighborhood after dark. We used to root for the Indians against the cavalry because we didn't think it was fair in the history books that when the cavalry won, it was a great victory, and when the Indians won it was a massacre. You know why Madison Avenue advertising has never done well in Harlem? We're the only ones who know what it means to be brand X. I waited at the counter of a white restaurant for 11 years. When they finally integrated, they didn't have what I wanted. I am really enjoying the new Martin Luther King Jr. stamp. Just think about all those white bigots licking the backside of a black man. If it wasn't for Abe Lincoln, I'd still be on the open market. When I was a boy, I was taught never to use insulting expressions like, "I've been gypped," or, "he Welshed on the deal." When I go through the airport and see white women walking through the airport barefooted, like athletes' feet don't exist, there's something wrong. I used to get letters saying, "I didn't know black children and white children were the same." I never thought I'd see the day that I would see white folks as frightened, or more so than black folks, was during the civil rights movement when we were in Mississippi. Being white is a job in America. You take that away, you better get the soldiers out. Just being a Negro doesn't qualify you to understand the race situation any more than being sick makes you an expert on medicine. Last time I was down south I walked into this restaurant, and this white waitress came up to me and said, "We don't serve colored people here." I said, "That's all right. I don't eat colored people. Bring me a whole fried chicken." Political promises are much like marriage vows. They are made at the beginning of the relationship between candidate and voter, but are quickly forgotten. When I lost my rifle, the Army charged me $85. That is why in the Navy the captain goes down with the ship. In most places in the country, voting is looked upon as a right and a duty, but in Chicago, it's a sport. If they took all the drugs, nicotine, alcohol, and caffeine off the market for 6 days, they'd have to bring out the tanks to control you. In America, with all of its evils and faults, you can still reach through the forest and see the sun. But we don't know yet whether that sun is rising or setting for our country. Hell hath no fury like a liberal scorned.